Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning in to this Big Ten Plus event here in Virginia Beach. Big Ten at the Beach is presented by Shine Time Power Wash and Paint. Revitalize your property today. We've got a field hockey game, a match, an opening season match between Iowa and Indiana, opening weekend here in Virginia Beach. I'm Rob Smith. Joining me, Terry Sawyer by my side, and looking forward to opening weekend continuing here today on Saturday. Terry, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. It's great to be back here at the training center. Just only been doing some high school games, but this is great to see the college players, especially the Big Ten, come down here to the beach.
Super excited to just have live sports again that count, that are, leading towards NCAA championships. We've got a good one sitting up today between Iowa and Indiana. We'll get into starting lineups right before the national anthem. We'll start with Iowa, and we'll dive into these as the game continues. We'll start with Iowa, number 6 in numerical order, Anta Neitzel. Number 7, Ellie Hawley. Number 8, Nikki Freeman. Number 9, Sophie Strybos. Number 13, Leah Zellner. Number 14, Loka Strybos. Number 17, Ciara Smith. 21, McKenna McGuire. 23, Harper Dunn. Forward, number 26, Maddie Murphy. And in goal, the senior from St. Louis, Missouri, number 62, Grace McGuire. Now, before we get into the Indiana lineup, Terry, is there anything in that Iowa lineup that you're looking for today or looking forward to watching today?
I'm not really sure. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Since it's opening game for Iowa, I think that they're going to look to start out fast. Both teams will probably feel each other out and then hopefully be able to surmount an attack.
Now, Iowa led by Lisa Salucci in her 21st year. They were 17-5 last season. They won the Big Ten Conference Championship. Obviously, they've got a good thing going at Iowa. What's the key to success for, just continuing playing well from one year to the next?
I'd say continuity in coaching. Like you said before, Lisa Salucci's been with the Iowa program for 21 years. She also is a graduate of Iowa, and she was an All-American, as well as she has international experience being a member of the women's national team.
Certainly pays to have that experience on your bench, and we'll see what Iowa can do in their opener today in the Big Ten at the Beach Saturday afternoon early contest. We'll go to the Indiana lineup starting in numerical order. It'll be number 1 at forward, the freshman Jamimo Cookson. Moving down the line also at forward, freshman from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, number 6, Megan Dillon. Madison Geyer will join them in the midfield, number 9. Number 11 also in the midfield, Sophie Giltrap. Mary Kate Kessler's number 12, and Anna Gwazinski, as well as Kennedy Reardon, 14 and 16 respectively, also joining them in the midfield. Sophia Keen's number 17, she'll be in the lineup today from Ann Arbor, Michigan, getting started with her senior season. Rounding out the group, Maddie Bohm and Peyton Becker, number 20 and 21 respectively. In goal today from Phoenixville, the freshman getting her first collegiate start, Shannon McNally, and they're led by Kayla Bayshore in her second year out of Indiana. We'll take a quick step away for the national anthem, and we'll be right back. You're watching Big Ten Sports on Big Ten Plus. All right, it's time to get rolling here. Just about time. It's top of the noon hour here on the East Coast. And it's time for field hockey. And after quite a bit of time off and a coronavirus pandemic that has prevented us from being able to play, we've got a bubble situation here in Virginia Beach. And we are ready to go. I'm certainly looking forward to this contest. Terry, how are you feeling about just having something to talk about on the air?
Well, yesterday Indiana lost a game to Rutgers, and so hopefully they will be able to tweak some things and have a little better outcome today.
3-0 the score yesterday between Indiana and Rutgers, so they look to get in the win column, and it will be a tall order. Indiana finishing their year last year 5-12, 1-7 in conference, going against a perennial powerhouse and Big Ten defending champion Iowa. So certainly a contest for Indiana, and one that it'll be important for them to maintain defensive integrity as we get rolling. Now, we started talking about the Indiana lineup with Kayla Bayshore and company. Now, being that they're playing against Iowa, a team that is, defending Big Ten champions, they had a tough day yesterday, falling behind 3-0. How do you bounce back after a tough loss, Terry?
Well, like I said, I'm sure they had a good post-game talk and analysis. They do have video that they probably reviewed many times. And hopefully they've learned from any mistakes yesterday to come back even stronger today.
Certainly today is a new day as both sides take the field. We've got 15 minutes on the clock, and we're just about to get started. Our officials today, Maggie Giddens, Gus Sotirides, there we go, and reserve Jade Cardalva.
Did we mention that this was Kayla Bayshore's second year at the helm here at Indiana?
I think we did. Go ahead.
She's also a graduate of Indiana, so we've got two coaches that are at their alma maters facing each other.
I think it's definitely interesting just seeing that comfort level and having the experience of an alumni at the head of your program. So away we go. Iowa will be going left to right here in the opening half. Indiana going right to left. Iowa in the white tops, gold and black skirts. On the contrary, the Hoosiers were in the red uniforms, white piping up top, black skirts, and red socks. Early parts of the contest, Iowa getting started and rolling with control. They push towards the offensive end and now are in the arc. Good defensive takeaway from Indiana's number 13. It was 14, Kwadzinski. Not sure, couldn't see from here. Didn't bring my binoculars today, Terry.
You and me both. Iowa draws the first penalty corner here in the first minute.
It's a good opportunity for Iowa to get on the board.
That's correct.
Tremendous wind here in Virginia Beach today as we get started. 14:23 on the clock. Jess McGivern, that's number 26, Maddie Murphy, getting set to insert. Whistle blows. Murphy, 1-2 punch out of the circle. A shot in, hops up, and it hits number 17, Sierra Smith, in the face. Sierra Smith, a Virginia native, so she's not quite home, just a little, about an hour or so away in Midlothian, Virginia. Product of Trinity Episcopal School. On the flip side, Indiana with the ball.
Iowa's working the ball around the back, trying to find an opening.
Harper Dunn now. Dunn pushing back to her defender. That ball skirts forward. Into number 8, Nikki Freeman. Freeman working her way through the defense, passing it back to 9, Sophie Strybos. Now to the far side, over by the contingent of Indiana fans. Forward is 23, Dunn. A lot of patience here from the Iowa side, just building possession. Of course, just as I say that, that ball goes out of bounds and Indiana's got the offensive opportunity now. 0-0 score, 13 minutes left in the opening quarter. Breezy, a little bit chilly day here in Virginia Beach. We had rain early in the night, but it's 61 degrees and overcast.
Indiana made their first substitution. Number 8, Emma Martin, went into the game.
Comes an offensive opportunity here for the Hawkeyes. And they'll push back. Indiana looking to make a couple of other subs here on the fly in a moment. Coming in, Taylor Etling and number 2, Brinley Foster. Iowa now continuing to build possession. They go forward. Ball taken away. Bit of a hack there from the Hawkeye forward. Hoosiers pick that ball back up. 2/3 of the way from their goal. We've got time to get started here.
Also entering the game at this time was number 10, Sashi Ananias. Sorry, Sashi.
Moving forward, here comes a chance from Iowa. That ball is in the, looks like it was in the arc, and a foul called on Iowa. Hoosiers with the ball back now here. Looking at our clock here on our screen, you can tell the wind's gusting. Now the ball, Harper Dunn. Dunn now to insert that ball into play back to the defensive end onto Neitzel. Seems like the beginning of this contest, for first 5 minutes here, Terry, has been a lot of just Iowa building possession, getting settled. This is their first game of the year, away from home. Just trying to get settled, it seems like. Get into a groove.
Seems like they have settled down, like you said, and trying to maintain possession, and then push it forward when they get the opportunity.
Sure, it's been quite a while since a meaningful game has been played for Iowa. Now, obviously, Indiana played yesterday, but still a little bit of rust need to be knocked off. Another whistle, and we flip the field. Moving forward go the Iowa Hawkeyes, and every time they get into that attacking third of the field, it seems like the Hoosier defense just kind of stymies and is a little bit stingier than I think I was anticipating, at least early in the concept, just looking for holes defensively. So they continue patiently waiting. A ball onward into the offensive area.
That was a nice penetrating pass.
Taken and rolled around by number 13, Leah Zellner. Ends up out of play. Here come a line change for Indiana into the game. 9, Geyer, 6, Dillon, and soon to come Sophia Keene and Peyton Becker.
Waiting to enter the game for Iowa is number 4, Alex Wisniewski, and number 15, Esme Gibson.
9 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Hoosiers really haven't had very many offensive chances. They've not had the ball, possession of the ball on their own side for very long. Here comes an opportunity. Pushing forward is number 17, Sierra Smith. Smith has a chance to get into the arc, pushes forward, and just swing and a miss. I believe that was 22, Ellie Flynn. Might have been 23, Harper Dunn on the far side. Not sure who it was, but it was a beautiful entry pass into the offensive circle. Just unable to finish the goal. Could have made it a 1-0 game, but that's the best offensive opportunity we've seen so far from Iowa. Iowa settles down. Onward go the Hawkeyes. So far, the first 7 minutes of this game have been dominated by Iowa, just waiting for that opportunity to cash in on a goal.
It seems like once Iowa crosses the midfield that the Hoosiers sort of pack it in inside their 25, playing more of a defensive type of game.
You can't blame them from doing something like that, especially with the off or defensive struggles they had last year, playing against now a team that has very high expectations offensively and with their entire season ahead of them. Can't be beat if you don't get scored on.
That is so true.
Defense wins championships, they say. Hoosiers looking to make up for their lapses yesterday. Again, it was a 3-0 game against Rutgers. Rutgers an up-and-coming program as well in the Big Ten. Moving forward. Iowa now building possession once again now in their offensive zone. Now on the far side, that ball is chipped up. It bounces high and
Off the post.
off the post.
It's going in as a 25-yard or 23-meter hit.
Couldn't quite see the end of that play, but it ricocheted off of a couple of sticks down in the offensive zone. And the official pushed it out. Now working through the zone are the Hawkeyes once again. Here comes it seems like every time the Hoosiers get close to midfield, either they're getting squirrely or they're just not able to get the ball where they want to, and it's just turnover between that midfield line and the 23-meter.
Yeah, there's a little bit of problem, it seems, with both teams with their first touch. They're not really keeping the ball on their stick and maintaining good individual possession.
Speaking of individual possession, that was a good display of it right there. Just unable to keep things together was Esme Gibson. Gibson turned the ball over, and now it's Hoosiers' possession. Quickly moving first quarter here. We're about 9.5 minutes in Virginia Beach. Today's contest on Big Ten Plus. Big Ten at the Beach presented by Shine Time Power Wash and Paint. Revitalize your property today. Moving forward now, back is Dunn. Dunn, a name I imagine I'll be saying quite a bit of in this first half, as she's the closest Hawkeye to me. And it's been a lot of just switching field and maintaining possession here early. Down to the offensive zone, splitting a couple of Hoosier hairs. Into the arc, chance dribbling in.
Penalty corner called against the Hoosiers. This is their second one of this first quarter.
Good work
for Iowa.
Good work there by Alex Wisniewski, the freshman from 44 PA. And from midfield to that earning that penalty corner, what worked so well for Iowa to allow them to get, one, into the zone, and two, to force that penalty?
Well, I think the defense got a little disorganized and missed a mark or something in there. I didn't quite see what the foul was, but the Hawkeyes got a corner out of it.
26, Maddie Murphy, the senior from Tasmania, to insert. She does. Pushing wide. They're in the zone. Ball is up and wide left. No goal, but a good shot attempt. Got blocked out of the way. Good solid defense from the Hoosiers as they withstand that penalty corner opportunity. Out of the far side and out of play. The Hawkeyes will get it back. Trip there, and little bit of a hack or an obstruction on the far side of the field. I will get it back as Elliot Hawley returns to the game for the girls in white. Good solid defense there. Hawley's not able to do anything with it, and the Hoosiers can run upfield. That ball ricochets off the shin of number 8, Nikki Freeman. Now it's Indiana ball. Mary Kate Kessler to insert from the sideline. Kessler whacks that ball forward. Now goes number 1, Jamimo Cookson, excuse me. A lot of pressure from the Iowa defense. This is the first time that the Hoosiers have gotten the ball past the 25-yard line, the 23-meter.
A quick restart, and Iowa tries to get back on offense.
Good defensive maneuver there. And Hoosiers get the ball back, and they turn it right over with the obstruction. So done. Restarts. 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go. 0-0 score in our early contest. First of 2 here. Moving forward now, number 4 for the Hawkeyes. Number 4, Wisniewski, gets in and trying to get that ball to go out of play. It does, but unfortunately off of the Hoosiers, or excuse me, off the Hawkeyes. Second game today will be Michigan State and Northwestern. Thank you, Terry. It's drawing a blank there. I got prepared. I have the rosters. Took notes. Just blanking. 90 seconds to go here in quarter number 1 for that Northwestern Michigan State game. We've still got 3 quarters of field hockey to play, and who knows, maybe overtime. Not going to jinx that too early, though. Another chance for the Hawkeyes. Onward they go to the women in white. Across to 25. Now forward. Whistle blows, and unfortunate as Iowa has worked their way into that offensive area plenty of times. They've had 2 really good offensive opportunities in the opening frame. Whistle blows. Wind's picking up here.
Computer down.
Oh no, that's our video replay system. 22 seconds left in the quarter. Now the final 10 seconds here. You'll hear the air horn right in front of us. 6 seconds, last chance, and that is the end of quarter number 1. We'll step away for a brief moment and come back. You're watching Big Ten Field Hockey on Big Ten Plus.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you.
Whenever, wherever, however.
And welcome back to Big Ten at the Beach, presented by Shine Time Power Wash. I'm Rob Smith. Joining me, Terry Sawyer in the booth today for some Big Ten field hockey action. We were presented with quite a bit of a treat there in the first quarter, 0-0. And, you know, some people might say, oh, 0-0, that's a boring game. But we saw a lot of defensive integrity from a Hoosiers team that lost 3-0 yesterday to Rutgers. And Terry, through that first 15-minute frame, what were things that you saw from the Hoosiers, from the Hawkeyes, that you think went really well for both of those teams in the opening half?
Well, I think that the Hoosiers mounted a pretty good defense. The Hawkeyes punched through got 2 penalty corners in that first quarter, but they did have the most possession. Again, hopefully now the Hoosiers will be able to surmount a little bit more attack. They've already felt out the Hawkeyes.
Certainly. After one quarter, and you're right, I mean, probably about 12 or so minutes was controlled by the Iowa Hawkeyes, and the Hoosiers had a couple of opportunities offensively but couldn't push the ball really into the attacking third, and I don't think the ball entered the circle or the arc. And so Iowa goalie Grace McGuire getting started to her first quarter of her senior season has just been a lot of watching from the back. I don't think she'd be complaining too much, though. She's still staying focused, orchestrating the defense like she's doing so now. Iowa building possession. On far side, number 14, that's Loka Strybos. Strybos pushing up. And once again, we pick up where we left off here in quarter number 2 with quite a bit of Iowa possession.
Kind of a slow, fast type of game here.
Certainly
Iowa
methodical.
works it around.
Yes.
And then they push it fast forward.
It seems like while they're building this possession in the back, trying to figure out what side of the field they want to go on, while they're doing it, it looks like their defenders and their midfielders are just looking for the holes in the defense, just trying to keep people moving. They're doing that right now.
And Indiana's demonstrating a lot of patience, waiting.
Here comes an
trying
offensive
to take advantage.
Opportunity, a breakaway. The Indiana Hoosiers now moving forward. Good to get back on the defense for the Hawkeyes. They've got the ball back from number 1, Jamimo Cookson. And after a brief scare, Hawkeyes have the ball back.
Again, Indiana being patient.
And against a really good team like Iowa, it's important to be patient. I mean, you try to force something, you're going to allow, like they did in the first quarter, we saw one really great breakaway opportunity from the Hawkeyes, and it seemed like a lack of patience and just a turnover that was forced. Trying to avoid things like that. Out the ball, number 6, Megan Dillon. Ball back to Emma Martin. Martin reverses course. And ball's out of bounds. So Hawkeyes once again Sound like a broken record here, Terry. Down to the circle, an opportunity, a shot high.
Good catch by the fan down there.
You wouldn't be able to see it, but on the feed. But we were treated to a top 10 snag over there by looks like a Hawkeye fan in his overalls.
Definitely Hawkeye with that black and gold.
I think it's one of my favorite things about Big Ten athletics is the overalls. They're all over the place. And these the black and gold. I've seen them at Michigan State and at Michigan, at Ohio State. I don't know why. Never understood the overalls being from Virginia, but it seems like a great thing to have. Keeps you warm, I imagine. 11 minutes here in the first half. Still a 0-0 game through 20 minutes of play. It'll play on the far side. Ellie Flynn now out there. Pushing back. The Hoosiers sideline coaching their girls defensively. It's the benefit of having them right in front of you defensively in that first half is you can make adjustments on the fly because your girls are right there. Pulling and just continuing to push upfield. Dunn now. Harper Dunn doing the insertion from the near sideline. Now down the field is Strybos. Strybos loses touch of the ball. Still has it, and Dunn's right there. Dunn will likely return course. She does. Tries to switch field now to Anta Neitzel. Neitzel back to Dunn, back to Neitzel. Neitzel switches field to Loka Strybos. Anticipation building quite a bit here. 9 minutes and 35 seconds. That ball is pushed forward into an open end for the Hawkeyes. Things slow down as the whistle is blown. I imagine a little bit of a faster game than the high school game.
Just a little bit.
Ball forward. Good stop. Dunn gets smacked by the stick. Now forward. Shot in. An opportunity. It's trickling around there. Pinballs and finally sent out of play. Good push from Maddie Murphy, the freshman. Excuse me, the forward, the senior forward. Gets lost in a heap down there, and I can't quite see the ball from where we're at. Ball's now in. Another chance. A great save, diving save for the Indiana goalie, number 22, Shannon McNally. It was really a save on a pass, but kept the Iowa Hawkeyes scoreless for now.
Anything that goes across her goal, I'm sure she's going to try to get to.
I mean, she's been watching this game closely from her cage. It's had a couple of not necessarily stops, but a couple of bits of action. We've got ourselves a penalty corner.
Yep, that's Iowa's third penalty corner of this game. Let's see what they do different this time.
0 for 2 on their first two opportunities, as seen by the score. 8:12 to go here in the first half. 0-0 contest. Unfortunately for Iowa, this game isn't based on possession, because if it was, it would be a 6-0 game. Ball in, here comes a chance. Ball is up and over the net. Another good opportunity there for Iowa. I wouldn't say squandered, but just a bit outside. A little bit high and to no avail for the Hawkeyes, and so the Hoosiers get the ball back after the ball is yeeted out of play.
There's some high pressure by the Iowa attack after that side in.
longer we go without a goal, the more tension I feel like continues to build up, especially for Iowa as they have dominated offensively. It's been the story of the first half so far, but they haven't been able to cash in. And the longer we go without that cashing in, it just feels like the anticipation continues to build. More line changes here for the Hoosiers, maintaining freshness defensively. Now the ball is into the arc. Ball is forward. Now is a chance for the Hawkeyes. It's the best chance they've had in a bit. And they squandered the opportunity.
You have to give credit to that Indiana defense. They are quick to get back, and they are not allowing the forwards much penetration.
Word of the day, stingy. This Hoosier defense has been stingy and stringent. Ball forward. Here comes a chance. That ball's up. Saved. Here comes another opportunity. He shoots. And I'm not sure what the official says down there. It looked like it ended up in the back of the cage.
There was a whistle before the goal.
Oh, frustrating for Iowa. Looked like that ball ended up in the back of the net, but the whistle blows.
Well, you know it was a correct call because the defense wasn't going all crazy back there. I meant the offense.
Offense. So Maddie Murphy, the Tasmanian, will insert this ball. Here comes a chance. 6:30 to go here in the half. Ball is in. Now out of the edge. Ball forward and save made.
Iowa will come back in with a 23 meter hit. A little confusion as far as getting the ball back into play there.
So Shannon McNally making saves left and right. She's been tested quite a bit here in this second quarter, and that ball's in again. Here comes another opportunity from the Hawkeyes. And the defensive fortitude of the Hoosiers, bend but don't break, continues through the 10-minute mark of the quarter, excuse me. About 5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the opening half. Ball's off the shin guards of number 1, Jamimo Cookson. Harper Dunn now moving forward. Harper Dunn, the freshman from Fort Worth, Texas, just outside of Dallas. Now forward, Dunn. Dunn onward. Dunn now towards the corner. Dunn trying to find a place to go with it. Now in, here comes another chance, and just knocked out of play. And Shannon McNally continues to stay strong. Back to the 23 meter. Number 15, Gibson. Gibson back. Gave it up to Strybos. Sophie Strybos gave it up. Harper Dunn's going to go back and collect it and help her Hawkeye forwards out. Now out of play. No, stays in play. The Hoosiers get the ball back. A nice change of pace here for the Hoosier forwards. And a whistle blows. So we turn our heads to the left now, as the ladies in red now have an opportunity to build some possession and work the offense. Gracie McGuire still yet to be tested so far today, and of course, as I say that, the Hawkeyes get the ball back. I'm hesitant to say the Hawkeyes have been the better team because of the offensive possession they've had, but the Hoosiers have certainly been up for the task this afternoon, holding the Hawkeyes to 0 goals through almost 30 minutes.
Well, it's like you said earlier, defense wins championships.
Onward go the Hawkeyes. Now back. Jarring, poking, and hitting around the midfield. Hoosiers return serve with the ball. Ball now back to Sophie Giltrap. Now to Emma Martin. Martin now up. Whistle blows. Stays in this direction. Emma Martin. Martin sets, pushes back. And it's situations like this where a costly turnover could end up in a situation much like this one. Here comes a 1-on-3. Just got to get by one. Can't. Moving forward go the Hawkeyes. Now, here comes now an opportunity from 26 in White Murphy. And they call it outside, so they'll reset outside the arc. They'll go forward. They'll try to do so quickly before they can reset defensively, do the Hoosiers. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, and the Hoosiers get it back. Now pushing offensively are the Hoosiers. And that was number 8, Emma Martin, trying to get it to number 10, Sachi Ananias. Ananias now. Down low. Whistle blows. Much like the end of the first quarter, here at the end of the second, the wind starts to pick up once again. Hawkeyes ball, just over 100 seconds to go in the first half. Ball out of play. Harper Dunn. Number 15, Gibson. Gibson now forward. Gibson gives it to Murphy. Murphy looking for a Hawkeye in the middle. Couldn't find Nikki Freeman, and they turn the ball over. Now comes Jamimo Cookson. Cookson on one of those Big Ten players to watch lists at the beginning of the season. She's had herself a good day, though, defensively, as opposed to the forward position she plays as a freshman.
And we're under a minute here in this first half.
50 seconds here in half number 1. Ball back. Moving forward. And the stingy defense has turned into some offensive chances here for the Hoosiers. Their defense is almost like it's pushed up. It's not like the offense has really ever taken control. It's just forcing the Hawkeyes back into their own end. And as I say that, 18 seconds to go, that ball trickles out of play. We've got 15 ticks to go in the opening half, and it looks like that's how things will close out in our first 2 quarters. So with 6 seconds to go as we head to the half, Terry, what are your thoughts? We'll wait for the air horn. There it is. What are your thoughts on the first half and how things went, both for Iowa and for the Hoosiers?
Well, definitely Iowa's more on the attack, but I think during this second quarter, the Hoosiers began to find a little rhythm and were able to penetrate more and get down into their attacking half.
Now, for Iowa, they've had tons of offensive opportunities, and McNally in net for the Hoosiers has made a couple of really great saves. If you're Lisa Salucci, you're starting year 21, 0-0 going into half of game 1, but your team has had great offensive opportunities. What are you telling your girls at halftime? What adjustments are you making to be able to compensate and finally get that goal that you're looking for?
Wow, that's a tough call. I don't think I could even offer any more advice to Lisa Salucci. It's just that it's up to the players, you know. It's like once you've coached them and you've practiced and everything like that, it's all out there. It's all them on the field.
As for the Hoosiers, they've played really great defense, and you may make some defensive adjustments at the half, try to continue to stay compact, bend, don't break. It seems to be working so far, but how do you turn that into offensive chances?
Well, as they've been so stingy, like you said, in their defensive end, they have begun pushing up. And as long as they continue to do something like that as a unit, okay, then they'll have better opportunity to get into their attacking end.
We'll see how those adjustments play out here in the second half. We've got 30 minutes under our belt, 0-0 here at the Big Ten at the beach in Virginia Beach, Virginia. We'll be right back in a little bit. You're watching Big Ten Field Hockey on Big Ten Network Plus.
Nobody cares for more young knees than CHKD Sports Medicine. Our specialists, surgeons, and physical therapists work together to develop treatment and training programs that get young athletes back up to speed safely with the strength and confidence they need to stay in the game for the long haul. CHKD Sports Medicine. Care today to last a lifetime.
As the Uncarrier, we use our brand, our people, and our network as catalysts for good. That's why we're launching the HBCU Scholars Program for students making an impact on their school and communities. We're providing programming and insights to help Black-owned small businesses get ahead, investing in Black communities, and supporting recruitment and training of diverse candidates for telecom careers. Leading by example, we know we are better together than apart.
Uneven concrete on your driveway, pool deck, patio, or walkway is unsightly and dangerous. Polyurethane injection from JES is an easy, affordable solution. Protect your greatest asset and call JES today. Owned and operated by professional engineers, our team gets it right the first time and has provided permanent solutions to over 70,000 homeowners. Every job we do starts with a free estimate and comes with a transferable long-term warranty.
That's the JES promise.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
Price Games Wednesday only at Dave & Buster's.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you.
Whenever,
Wherever,
however.
Welcome back to Big Ten Network Plus. It's Big Ten at the Beach here, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Big Ten at the Beach is presented by Shine Time Power Wash and Paint. Revitalize your property today. I'm Rob Smith. Joining me on the broadcast today, Terry Sawyer, and we'll go over some stats in the first half. Shots in favor of Iowa, 5-0. Only 2 of those 5 shots on goal, so 2 saves from goalkeeper Shannon McNally, and she'll head to the opposite cage here for the second half. We've also had 4 corners for Iowa, none for the Indiana Hoosiers, and every other stat you could imagine, the number 0. So it's been I wouldn't say lackluster first half. It was definitely full of opportunity, full of chances, and I would probably say quite a bit of rust knocked off in that first 30 minutes. Terry, going into half 2, what are you looking forward to?
Looking for more of the same from the Iowa team. Like I said, hopefully both teams have settled down and we'll see a little bit better play.
A little crisper, a little more calmed. This time, this half, Iowa will be going towards their own bench, so right side of your screen to the left. And naturally, the Hoosiers in red will go left to right. So we flipped the script here. Now we're on opposite sides of the field. Here comes a chance from the Hawkeyes. Ball is in, and they're calling for a corner. They still want it, orchestrating the offense. Here comes a chance, diving, saving. Another opportunity. It's through a bunch of bodies. The ball is shot. It's up. It's over the net.
A little bit of a scramble there by both teams.
From our vantage point, you can only see so much. Got everybody.
They have a timeout called by the official. It looks like for an injury on the field.
That scramble in front of the net. Scramble is a really good word for that. Looked like a really good opportunity for the Hawkeyes. Ball's down low. Some asking for a corner or a foul. They continued play. And one thing led to another, and that ball got chipped over the cage.
And that's the thing. They have to continue to play to the whistle.
So the Hoosiers get the ball back. Number 12, Mary Kate Kessler, the Louisville, Kentucky native. Come the Hawkeyes once again. Hawkeyes forward. Iowa retreats once again. They'll play this game a little bit more. Picking up where they left off in the first half. Looking to exploit defensive holes. Hawkeyes now. Down to Maddie Murphy. Murphy inside, gives it to number 7, that's Ellie Hawley. Ball gets pushed back. Opportunity is all for naught for the Hawkeyes. More subs pushing forward. Now an offensive possession is stymied quickly. The Hawkeyes get it back. Hawkeyes in gold and white. The Hoosiers in red and black. Iowa on midfield. Iowa forward. Here comes a chance. Ball's taken away. And the Hoosiers just playing keep away at this point. Good defense. And stops momentarily. Whistle blows. Here comes another opportunity for the Hawkeyes. That ball's up and in. Going in, and the whistle blows. Terry, what did you see there?
I couldn't quite see through the people.
I'm having a hard time seeing through everything as well.
Definitely a foul by the defender there, but I'm not sure. So this is our first penalty corner of the third quarter.
Fifth of the game for the Hawkeyes. $11 minutes and 24 seconds here in the third quarter. Here comes an opportunity from the Hawkeyes in the corner. Ball is in, now it's out. A ball is shot, bouncing around, continuing to bounce, scrambling, pinballing, shot in, save made. McNally with another save. Ball is up, it continues to bounce around, and the whistle blows.
That was 3 great saves by goalkeeper Shannon McNally.
So another corner coming from the ladies in white. 11 minutes and 6 seconds. The clock is stopped here in quarter number 3. The wind continuing to blow.
Blow? That's a gust.
Correct. Ball is sent forward. It's bounced out. Unfortunate miss. A little bit of a strong insertion there. That ball is sent in and now out of play. They survived the opportunity. And my notes are just getting abused by this wind. All in all, though, a beautiful day for field hockey. Couldn't ask for better weather. Low 60s, cool and breezy day here in Virginia Beach. It certainly could be a much worse day at the end of February.
Yeah, it started out as a soggy Saturday, but the sun is finally popping through.
Turnover there. Here come the Hawkeyes. Comes an opportunity. That ball is deflected and blocked away.
And good defense by Emma Martin as she gained possession right there.
Wind continues to blow. It's a chance for the Hawkeyes. Ball's up and chipped just a little too high.
Could be considered a little dangerous as it crossed at that height.
Goal is never to hit anybody with the ball, especially near the head, so things get reset here. Hoosiers' offensive struggles continue as I think if they'd have it their way, it might end up a 0-0 game at the end of regulation. Just offensively. Here comes a chance. Ball is in and out of play.
There's another 23-meter hit coming in for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Ball got chipped out by the Hoosiers. Now forward. Ball is shot high and outside. I believe that's 7 or 8 shots here for Iowa. Only about 4 or 5 of them on goal.
And those ones that have been on goal, you have to give credit to McNally for stopping them.
She's played great today. Here comes another opportunity for McNally to make a save. And I believe that's another penalty corner. No, they'll be outside the arc, so they'll restart from beyond the circle. And that ball is scurried away. All the way down to the other end of the field. We reset.
That's a little pressure relief for the Hoosier defense.
Comes number 6, Anta Neitzel. She tosses that ball over to 14, Locust Strybos. Strybos down, now up. Ball bouncing around, and this is it's when the ball is down on this end of the field that the Hoosiers are really just looking to force a turnover and it's mistakes. They're waiting for mistakes. They've been packed defensively and hoping that the Hawkeyes are going to make a defensive mistake in their own area and force and create really a great opportunity for the Hoosiers. Not today, at least so far. That ball whacked out of the air by the Hoosiers. Can't lift your stick that high, Sophie Giltrap. On the far side. Flyover just about an hour late. Near the Oceana Air Force Base in Virginia Beach, Virginia. It's a great day for flying, I suppose. Ball's down here, a Hawkeye opportunity. There's 3-on-1. Here comes a chance. Just got to push it forward. They do just that, and it ends up getting pushed back.
Once again, the defense relieved a little pressure by pushing that ball to the outside.
Turf playing quickly today. A ball onward. Comes a Hoosier chance. Good stop. Would have put your body on the line, and the foul is called. Megan Dillon now. Kennedy Reardon up. Ball's up. Here comes an opportunity, a chance. The Hoosiers now inside the circle. Shot blocked. It's first even shot attempt, I believe, on the day. The ball was blocked, so I'm not sure that'll go down in the stat line. We can check after the quarter. 5 minutes to go here in the quarter. Played 40 minutes of field hockey and had less than 10 shots on goal. Still 0 goals in the day. A 0-0 score. Onward, that ball is just errantly passed out of bounds. That seems like an unnecessary, unforced error by the Hawkeye midfielder, Nikki Freeman. Freeman, the senior, from White House Station, New Jersey. Once again go the Hawkeyes. Here comes the chance. That's number 26, Maddie Murphy. Murphy's going to put that ball up and out of play. Close but no cigar.
I think Iowa's fast pace of play as they get inside their attacking 25 is forcing the Indiana defense to be a little disorganized.
Could definitely see that being the case, and you know, the more disheveled that the Hoosier defense gets, the more likely you see a crack or a hole that you can exploit and take advantage of. 3:30 left in the third quarter. Hoosiers continuing a bend, don't break today. Hawkeyes cross midfield where they've lived most of the day. Percentage-wise, I imagine it's probably 90-10 as far as possession goes. Not a lot of Hoosier possession. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. All bouncing around onto Neitzel. Neitzel up to our midfielders.
There's a lot of pressure by the Hawkeyes as the Hoosiers try to bring that ball out. They're trying to force that turnover down in their attacking half.
Loco Strybos now. Ball ricochets off the stick of number 16 in red, Kennedy Reardon. Forward goes Strybos. Strybos now trying to get that ball inside. Can't quite find the opportunity. Official pushing it back down to the 25. 25 yards, 23 meters. That ball into the arc. It's now in possession by the Hawkeyes. And a corner. No. Does blow the whistle say it was outside, I suppose? Can't quite see. And we flip field. Maggie Giddens and Gus Sodorides are officials today. Ball coming out of play, and the Hoosiers have a chance. That ball's up near the head of 14 Loco Strybos. And a lot of pinball on, a lot of back and forth. Not a whole lot of strong possession numbers here in the last couple of moments. 1:17 to go here in the quarter. Trying to build that possession back up. 1:03. Now 1 minute to go here. Here comes a potential turnover. Here's a chance, and that was probably one of the best chances that Megan Dillon and the Hoosiers have had today. Just couldn't quite get full possession, and now we go the opposite direction. Sprinting on the backside is Alex Wisniewski. Whistle blows. Play stops. 39 seconds to go in Q3. Ball back. Whistle blows. 22 seconds. Try to get something working here.
Iowa's going to push real hard to try to get a corner.
Unable to do so, and Iowa's saying Indiana is saying, hey, let's slow things down. We've got 7 seconds to go. We don't want to give up a last-second goal. We're okay with going into quarter four, 0-0. So we've had 3 quarters of scoreless play here in the Big Ten season opener for Iowa. The Big Ten at the beach. Fascinating game. We've got 2 minutes before quarter number 4. We will take a quick break, and we'll come back to talk about the last 15 here on Big Ten Network Plus.
With Metro by T-Mobile and her new iPhone SE, Camila rules. She's working hard and working even harder for herself. Also, when opportunity calls, she can be ready for her dream job. You work hard for your money. Make it go further with Metro by T-Mobile. Right now, get the powerful iPhone SE for less than $50 when you switch. All on the full power of the T-Mobile network. Metro by T-Mobile, empowering Camila to rule her day.
New DQ Rotisserie Style Chicken Bites. I love you just the way you are. I never thought unbreaded chicken this good was possible. Your oven-roasted 100% white meat chicken is 100% perfect to me. Finally, chicken that is tender, juicy, and flavorful all by itself. Or dipped in ranch. Or on a salad. Or in a basket with fries. Thank you, DQ, for giving me just what I needed. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Half-price games Wednesday only at Dave & Buster's.
Welcome back to Big Ten action. Opening weekend here at the Big Ten at the Beach, presented by Shine Time Power Wash. I'm Rob Smith, joining me Terry Sawyer as we get into quarter number 4. And, you know, looking at a soccer game, a baseball game, a football game, any sport, 0-0 going the last 15 minutes of the game, the last 3 innings, you know, the final moments, tie game. 0-0, 5-5, 15-15. It's a tie game. Let's focus on that. Iowa has not been able to get the ball across the net, or into the net, I should say. And it's really been the Indiana defense that's been the story of today. How do you think things have to change to get a winner here in 4 quarters?
Iowa's got to keep up the pressure, and they've got to get one past goalkeeper Shannon McNally. And that's definitely going to take a team effort inside the circle. Indiana defense is still holding their own despite all the pressure by the Hawkeyes.
Shannon McNally, a freshman goalkeeper. This is start number 1. I mean, she started yesterday. But this is, you know, the beginning of her Big Ten career from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Playing incredibly against the defending Big Ten champions, looking to close it out. You know, it takes 4 quarters to win a game. They've played 3 pretty good ones. It's just going to take another 14 and a half minutes, at least to force overtime. If the Hoosiers come away with a loss today, it certainly won't be the fault of Shannon McNally. Comes Iowa now.
That lead pass was just out of her reach.
Hoosiers settling in. Ball bounces off the foot of the Hoosier defensewoman Sophie Giltrap. Now onward go the Hawkeyes. And back again, the Hoosiers. Not giving up shots here. Now, Iowa, every quarter it seems, Terry, has just gotten closer and closer and closer to breaking through. I mentioned that anticipation in quarter number 2. Well, we've seen almost a full 30 minutes of game since I said that, and the anticipation continues to build and the chances continue to come. Down goes Cookson. Coach is on the sideline, call it unlucky, and the opportunity ends. Still not a lot of action for Grace McGuire, the St. Louis senior for Iowa in goal. And, you know, that's on the flip side of things. McNally's been playing great today, Terry. You know, for a keeper like Grace McGuire, who's over there on the other side, hasn't seen any action all day. How do you remain focused, stay in the game and stay present instead of getting distracted or, you know, zoning out?
Well, as a senior, she has lots of experience. And plus, she's back there, believe it or not, directing her defense. So she's focused. She's in the game. She's shouting, barking out orders from the back.
Not to say that McGuire would get zoned out or that she's known for that, because she certainly isn't. She's on a fantastic Iowa team, but just without being tested, without, you know, any kind of action, the opportunity to, you know, lose focus is definitely probably, I would imagine, higher than it is for McNally, who's been on her game all day, and they've expected nothing less. Ball's kicked, and inside the arc, a corner after the kick ball from number 11, Sophie Giltrap. 12 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Here comes yet another corner opportunity.
The defense doesn't look like they were too happy with that call.
So Iowa gets set. They organize the way they want to. Maddie Murphy, the forward to insert. They'll likely push to the middle with that clump in. It's 14-6, and I'm not sure who the third is. Ball's in, it's out, shot on, blocked. Continues. McNally's on the ground, ball is up, whistle blows. Corner, I believe this is number 8.
I believe.
So we settle down again, Maddie Murphy. Pass into Locos Stribos. Stribos gives it to Neitzel. Neitzel passes in. That ball is up, and it's in the back of the net. They score! Iowa Hawkeyes on the board with 11:49 to go in the fourth quarter. 1-0. Finally, after 3 quarters and change, the Iowa Hawkeyes finally get on the board. I'm not sure what number it was. It looked like number 7, Ellie Holly.
Looks like we're gonna have a little video review here. So both officials are heading here to the sideline.
So breaking down that play, Terry, what did you see that worked? What was different about it? It looked like the ball came out to Locos Stribos, who gave it up to Anta Neitzel. And I think she gave it to Ellie Holly, who finished it off, but I wasn't quite sure who finally scored the goal.
I couldn't quite see it again from here. We are removed from the sideline. You know what happened? The whole thing blew down off of this thing. Yeah, I don't know if he's up there.
So it looks like some issues with the replay system they're trying to get sorted out. But it was number 26, Maddie Murphy, with the goal. So breaking it down one more time for you, Maddie Murphy passed the ball in to number 14, Locos Stribos, who gave it to Anta Neitzel. Neitzel pushed it back to Murphy on the near side in the corner, and she chipped that ball up. And Murphy, the senior inserter, was able to put that ball in the back of the net. And so they're currently going through video review.
I think the Indiana is questioning the height of the ball, but I'm not really sure. We'll have to wait for the call from the officials.
So while they're sorting through that, it looks like the officials will head back to the locker room and they'll sort that out. We'll take a break here. We'll step away for a moment while they sort that out, and maybe we can get some answers as well. So we'll be right back. You're watching Big Ten Field Hockey on Big Ten Network Plus.
He can explain it.
So we're back here, and after the review from the officials, they say no goal, so the goal comes off the board. And Terry, you've got a little more field hockey knowledge than I do. Why don't you break down why the goal is called back?
Well, as the player took that shot on the reverse stick, it went up high and crossed the goal line. But in order for the goal to count, it has to hit the 18-inch board on the initial shot, and that was the initial shot, so that's why it was called no goal.
So on those shots, you see a deflection, it goes up, that's okay.
That's correct. A deflection or a touch by the defense when the ball is crossing or going towards goal, then all bets are off at that point.
It was a beautiful goal by Maddie Murphy, but called back. technically a beautiful no goal, but either way, the ball ended up in the back of the net, just not regulation, does not count. So the Hoosiers continue to mend defensively. I thought they had finally broken the tension, certainly. Now the Hawkeyes feel, okay, we've got one, we got one past her. Now let's get one past her and get it on the scoreboard this time. 11 minutes passed, 10 minutes now, and 51 seconds to go in the contest. After this one, we've got Michigan State and Northwestern later this afternoon. Neitzel to the outside. Ball is back. Here comes Iowa. Unfortunate turn of events for Iowa. You can tell how excited they were to finally get one in. Now they're in. That ball's chopped up and out of play. So Shannon McNally's day continues. 10 minutes to go. 0-0 score. Having a blast here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. Ball is back and chipped up. Strybos. Up to Strybos. Strybos connection. That ball is up again and in the Hoosier possession, but not for long. Whistle blows. Bit of an obstruction. Just over 9 minutes to go. Another whistle.
Iowa definitely keeping the pressure on the Hoosier defense.
Here come the Hoosiers trying to add pressure back, and when that ball ends up back on the Hoosiers' offensive zone, really does serve as almost a valve release to calm that pressure down. Ball smacked into the shins of the Iowa forwards. That ball is up now inside the arc. Here comes an opportunity. Maybe trying to force a corner. That ball shot on and saved by McNally. I'm not even sure McNally saw that one coming all the way in, but it ricochets off of her pads and out. McNally having herself a day against the defending Big Ten champions. After the 3-0 loss yesterday against Rutgers, Indiana holding their own. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Ball chipped up, that's Murphy. And not quite out of play, it stays in the Hoosier possession. Just continuing to dance around Hoosier forwards is number 6, Megan Dillon. Dillon has played an excellent game as well. Hasn't really gotten the offensive opportunities. We've talked about that all day. We've also talked about how great she's been and the rest of her teammates have been defensively. 7 minutes to go. 53 minutes into the contest. 0 goals on the board. Murphy chops. Out of play, back to the 23. Resetting is Lucas Strybos. Strybos down to Murphy. Murphy puts it into the area. And a stop. Now back come the Hawkeyes, and that one ricochets out of play. So the pressure continuing to build for the ladies in white and gold. 6:22 to go. Hoosiers taking their time. Ball is back and stopped. Hoosiers trying to keep their defense organized. Now to the far side goes number 6, Ante Neitzel. Neitzel from Eindhoven, Netherlands. Junior defender. Playing more offense than defense today is Neitzel. 5:30 to go. Down to the 5-minute mark. If you're the Hoosiers, you have an opportunity right now to take advantage of pushing forward. Are the girls in red there into the arc? Ball is out to the far side. Whistle blows. They continue. The outside trying to penetrate into the arc. Another call of the whistle. It's going to the Hoosiers' way. Try to do so quickly, and it gets stopped. Hoosier forward number 12, Mary Kate Kessler. Kessler gets stopped, and Iowa's getting to get the ball back with 4 minutes to go. They come back. Here come the Hoosiers on defense. That ball skips up into somebody. It looked like maybe it was number 12. No, it was 17. Sophia Keene, who stopped that ball. The whistle blows. And another corner coming for the Hawkeyes. Not sure how many this is today. The last time they had one of these, they scored a goal, got called back, and it came from the inserter, Maddie Murphy. Murphy has got the play. She's going down. Strybos and Neitzel. Hoosiers waiting to make some line changes. Ball is in. Goes to Strybos, or Neitzel. That ball is in, and it's in the back of the net. They score! Finally, with 3 minutes and 49 seconds to go, this one a good goal, and the Hawkeyes are on the board.
Finally, execution paid off. They were able to get that one past McNally.
So McNally, who's played excellently today, finally lets one through. It was either Strybos or Neitzel. I'm not sure which one finally got the final touch, or if there was a deflection between then and the goal, but the goal is on the board, and it is now 1-0 for the Iowa Hawkeyes, and they can kind of relax for the final 3:40. Try to just maintain possession and play keep away. Their defense has not necessarily been needed as much, though when it has been needed, they have come through and performed. Jenny, who had the goal? 9. So they give the goal to number 9, Sophie Strybos. So it started from Maddie Murphy and then came into Ante Neitzel and Loka Strybos, but it was Sophie Strybos who had the final smack at the ball into the back of the cage, 1-0. And now we're under the 3-minute mark in this contest. Sophie Strybos from Brussels, Belgium, the sophomore here, gets her first goal of the year and sets up the Hawkeyes for a 1-0 record here The Big Ten at the beach. Be trying to add an insurance goal, 2.5 to go. Certainly got to be a defeating feeling for the Hoosiers. They've played so well all day today, and certainly this game could have been 3, 4, 5, nothing even. The play of McNally has been excellent, but it was just a matter of time before they finally got one across the goal, and they did. Now to 2 minutes to go. And now the Hoosiers going to have to push offensively to try to get the ball back with 100 seconds to go. They're going to need to force a turnover, and that might turn into more offensive opportunities from the Hawkeyes.
And the Hawkeyes continue that pressure.
No sense in giving the Hoosiers the ball back or doing anything less, and they get the ball back. Here come the Hoosiers, and that ball is taken away. They've really controlled the midfield and then their own possession throughout the entire game, and the Hoosiers haven't had many opportunities at all. They've come sparingly, but nothing that's really formulated into true goal-scoring chances. 59 seconds to go here in Virginia Beach. 1-0 our score. The Hawkeyes lead. The Hoosiers have the ball. Ball sent forward and out of play. Now 46 seconds to go. Certainly treated to a good one to start the day. Up and stopped. Hawkeyes will move forward. Ball ends up in the Hoosier possession, and they're just burning clock. 18 seconds to go. Hoosiers get the ball back. 10 seconds now. And that will do it here in Virginia Beach. 2-1 air horn and ball game. 1-0 our score off the stick of number 9, Sophie Strybos, with about 3.5 minutes to go. The Hawkeyes start their season 1-0. And the Hoosiers fall to 0-2. A much better performance today, falling to the Big Ten title team from a season ago. McNally with an excellent game today in net. I would even argue that the defensive player of the game would be McNally, even though she is the losing keeper. She played phenomenally in goal for the ladies in red, and they've certainly got lots to look forward to in goal with Shannon McNally, the freshman. And Iowa, they'll be back in action again tomorrow against Penn State, but for now they are 1-0. They win today's game 1-0. Again, off the stick of Sophie Strybos, a late heroic goal for the Hawkeyes, and that is how the day will end. And Terry, do you have any closing thoughts before we say goodbye?
No, sorry. I can't believe I'm at a loss for words. It's a little bit chilly here at the beach.
A wonderful game to get us started here on today's Saturday afternoon. We'll be back in a little bit with Michigan State and Northwestern. Thanks for tuning in. For Terry Sawyer, I've been Rob Smith, and you've been watching Big Ten Field Hockey at the Beach on Big Ten Network Plus.